Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are well. So in my previous video I had started 14th chapter factorization. In that video I had started 14.1 and I had also completed that one in my previous video. And I had also explained you the concept of factorization and the term factorization and also the related sums in 14.1 exercise. So okay, those students who has not seen my previous video, they should see that video. And today I am going to start here 14.2 exercise. Okay, first of all we have to understand what is the difference in this exercise and in your previous exercise. Okay, in our previous exercise 14.1 we were solving the sums. How we were solving? That time first of all we have to make the factors of each term, then we have to take the common terms outside of the bracket and the remaining terms inside the bracket. So in this way we got the factors of the algebraic expression. In this case we will not apply this method, means we cannot apply this method. Why? So let us see that if we are applying the same method in this case also, what will happen. So first of all we have to see the difference by solving this sum. Okay, just suppose if I am applying the same method here which I had followed in the previous exercise in 14.1 exercise. That time first of all according to that method what we have to do, first of all we have to make the factors of each term. Okay, now see, if I will make the factors of each term means now you can see here x raised to power 2, if I will multiply x into x minus x into y plus you can see here x is only a single term, so write down x as it is, and also this y is only a single term means no any power is there, so write down y as it is. Okay, according to the previous method which we followed in 14.1 exercise, according to that method first of all now we have to mark the common factors. Okay, now you can see here if I will mark x here, x here, x here, but it is not common here, you can see. So it means x is not common in each term, so it means we cannot take this x here. Okay, now see, if I will take y common from here, only in this term and here the y is. Now you can see no any y variable is here in this term and also in this term. So it means we cannot take even y common in this case. So it means we cannot take any common term among these four terms. It means we cannot follow the same method which we are following in the previous sums in 14.1 exercise. Now I am going to explain you that how we can solve this sum. So okay, see carefully and then you will be able to do this exercise also. So okay, it means we cannot apply that method which we were following in the 14.1 exercise. Okay, now see that how we can solve this sum, means this 14.2 exercise. Okay, now you have to apply the same method which I am going to explain here. In this 14.2 exercise you have to apply the same method. So this method is called factorization by grouping. It means we have to make the groups first of all to find the factors of this algebraic expression. So how we can make the factors? Here you can see the number of terms in the algebraic expression where we are going to apply the grouping method. The number of terms should be an even number, means their numbers of terms should always be an even number when we are applying the grouping method, means when we are finding the factorization by grouping, that time the number of terms should be an even number. Now you can see here this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So number of terms in this case are 4. So basically we know that 4 is an even number. So it is very necessary when we are finding the factors by grouping, that time the number of terms should be an even number in the algebraic expression. So now you can see here the number of terms are 4. So it means the number of terms are even. So how we can find the factorization by grouping, or how we can make the groups in the algebraic expression, you have to see now. So see this one carefully. Okay, now the next important thing is when we are making the groups, that time we have to take only two terms in each group. Two terms means now you can see here we can take these two terms in a first group and these two terms in a second group. So in this way when we are making the factors, then in each group there should be a two terms. So okay, now we make two groups here. You can see this is the first group, even I will also separate by putting the brackets. So this is the first group and this is the second group, you can see here. So the second thing is also very important while selecting the groups. How we can select the groups that only these two terms we are taking in the first group and these two terms are in the second group. The condition is there should always be common factors in each group. When we are making the groups, that time there should be a common factors we are getting in each group. Okay, now see the sum. Then by solving this sum you can easily understand the concept. Okay, so you can see here I made two groups. Even you should not underline this one, just I am highlighting the groups, that is why I made the line. Now you can see here this is the first group and this is the second group. So now first of all we will solve the first group separately and by putting a plus sign as it is, and this second group separately. How you can see we can make the factors of this group. How you can see in this group there are two terms, x square and also minus xy. So make the factor of this x square, so it will become x into x minus, and this x into y will become x multiplied by y. So plus sign as it is. Now you can see make the factors of x and y also. So when we are not making any factor, means if there is only a single term is here and no term is multiplication in the term, so we can write down this x as x multiplied by 1. So x multiplied by 1 become x, because we know x 1 is x. So it means when we are not be able to making any factors of a term, means there is only a single term is there, then we can write down this one also like this, x multiplied by 1, and minus, even y is also a single term, so write down y multiplied by 1. So I hope this first step is clear to you. So okay, now we have to, as I told you, we have to solve this first group and this second group separately. So you can see in this case, in the first group x is common, so mark x is common like this and take x common here and write down this, because of I had taken x common, so x I had taken common. How many terms are left in the bracket? You can see this x is left in the bracket, minus sign as it is, I had taken x common, so even this y is also left in the bracket. So I hope in the first group you can solve like this way as we were solving in the previous exercise, and then plus sign as it is. And now you can see in this case 1 is common here, because of no any common term is here other than 1, so write down this 1 here and write down this x minus y inside the bracket. So like this way we have to solve the first group and the second group also. So I hope this is clear to you. So separately we had solved this one and also this one. Okay, now there is a very important thing that you have to see here, that is while solving in the third step. So you can see this is first step, this is second step. So okay, now in the second step you can see we got x into x minus y plus 1 into x minus y. Okay, now in the third step, before solving the third step, we have to see this one. While separately solving each group, we reached when to the third step. That time in the second step here, these two brackets should be same. In this case, in the first group x minus y, and also in the second group this x minus y, means these two brackets should always be same, should always be equal. If we are not getting any equal terms here in the brackets, it means we had not selected proper groups. It means we had not selected proper terms in each group. That time we have to solve the sum again. So I hope this is clear to you. So when you are going to solve the sums later on, then you will be easily understand that how we can make the groups also. So I will also explain the next terms. So in this case you can see we got the common terms, x minus y in this case also and x minus y in this case also. So okay, now in the third step you have to take this x minus y and this x minus y bracket common. So now you can see here there are only two terms. This is first term and this is second term. The whole term is the second term and this whole term is a first term. So while solving, it means we have to first of all make the groups. In this case I made the groups. This is first group, this is second group, like this way. So separately we have to solve the first group by making the factors of each term, and also the second group by making the factors of each term. Then we have to take the common terms common from the first group. While solving this one we got x is common in this case, and how many terms we left with in the bracket, that is x minus y. Then plus sign as it is, then take this 1 and also 1 is common here, so take 1 common, so x minus y in the bracket. So now in the third step, while solving the second step, we reached here. Now you can see this is x minus y and this x minus y, means these two brackets should be same. Now in the third step you can see we have to take this x minus y common like this way. So how many terms we got inside the bracket? So as I had taken this x minus y common, so this x is inside the bracket because of only x is left in the first term. and then plus sign as it is, and this term I had also taken common here, x minus y, so then 1 is left here. So this is the answer. This is the two terms we got here. This is the two factors we got here, which are the factors of this algebraic expression. So while solving these kind of sums, we got the answer like this. So okay, now in the second sum we have to apply the same method again, which we had already applied in the first sum. Means first of all we have to make the group. So you can see here it is a square plus ab plus bc plus ac. So first of all again we can make the groups. This is the first group. We can take this first group because of here you can see we got a is common in this case, and also this is the second group. So like this way we can select the groups. As I told you, when we are selecting the groups, we have to select the groups in this way that there should be a common factors in each group. So in this case you can see in the case of b c plus ac, means in this group we got c is common. So while solving you will easily understand this one. So first of all, what is the first step? We have to make the factors of each term in the first group. So you can see in the first group there are two terms, a square plus ab. So write down a raised to power 2 means a multiplied by a plus a multiplied by b, because of we can make the factors of ab by separating a and b only by putting a multiplication sign between them. And also how we can write this bc, we can make the factors of bc like this way, b multiplied by c, and also this ac we can write down as a multiplied by c. So I hope this is clear to you. So again we have to separately solve the first group and separately solve the second group. How? By taking the common terms. So in this case a is common here, so take a is common, and how many terms inside the bracket? This a, then plus as it is, then this b, and again plus sign as it is. Now you can see in this case c is common, so take c common here also. So I take c common, so now you can see here we got this is b and then plus a. So now you can see, as I told you, while solving the sum, when we reach to do the second step, that time we must see that this bracket and this bracket should be same. So now you can see we had solved the sum and we reached to do the second step. We had already solved the second step. In this step we have to see that this bracket and this bracket should be same. You can see here this is also same, although in this bracket a plus b is written here and in this bracket b plus a is written, and both things are same. Means if we are writing a plus b and also b plus a, then both things are equal, because of that is the sum of a and b. So we can also make it correct in the third step by writing in this way. So we can write this a b plus a also like a plus b. So now you can see here these two brackets are same. So it is very compulsory that while solving the sum these two brackets should be same when we solved the second step. So now you can see this is a plus b and this is a plus b. So take this a plus b common again, and how many terms now inside the bracket? As this a plus b I had already taken common, so a is left in the bracket, and this a plus b I had already taken common, so only plus sign as it is, so only c is left in the bracket. So these two factors are of this algebraic expression. So this is the answer. So I hope it is clear to you. So okay, now see the third sum. Okay, in this sum again we have to make the groups again. So take this as a first group and this is as a second group. Why? Because of in the first group we can take y common, and also in the second group we can take x common. So first of all make this first group. How we can take common? You can see also when I will solve, then you can easily understand. So now see this is xy minus 3y. So again we have to make the factors. How we can make this x multiplied by y minus this 3 multiplied by y. So then plus sign as it is. Now you can see here x raised to power 2. So we can write this x into x like this. X raised to power 2 means x multiplied by x. Then minus sign as it is. This is 3 multiplied by x. So in this way we can make the factors of each group. So again in the next step we have to take the common terms in the first group and also take the common terms in the second group. Means we have to separately solve the first group and also the second group. Okay, now see in the first group you can see this y is common, so take y outside of the bracket. How many terms are left? It is x minus 3 and then plus sign as it is. Now in this case you can see in the second group you can see this x and x is common, so take x common outside of the bracket. How many terms are left inside? This is x and minus this is 3. So you can see in the second step when we had solved, these two brackets are same. So it is the condition that these two brackets should always be same when we had taken the common terms of each group outside of the bracket. Means when we are separately solving this group, this is first group and this second group, that time in the second step when we had solved the second step, that time we must got these two brackets same. Means these two brackets should be same. So okay, now take this x minus 3 and x minus 3 is, you can see here again this is x minus 3 and x minus 3 is common. So I took this x minus 3 outside of the bracket. So you can see here, and how many terms are left inside the bracket? This is y plus x. So this is the answer. So we got again two factors, x minus 3, this is first factor, and y plus x, this is second factor. So we got these two factors of this algebraic expression. So this is the answer. So okay, now see the fourth sum, that how we can solve the fourth sum. We have to apply the same steps again in this case. So again we have to make the groups. So you can see this is the first group because x we got common in this group and this is the second group. In this case we got y common. So when I will solve, you can see here this one also. So make this is, take this is the first group and this is the second group. Okay, now see in the first group we have to make the factor. So like this way how we can make, this is 3 multiplied by x multiplied by y, and also plus 7 multiplied by x. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay, now see this one also. In this case minus is here, so minus as it is. Now make the factor. So this, it will become 7 multiplied by y minus 3, and also this y square we have to write down y like this way, y multiplied by y. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay, now the next step is again we have to take the common terms in the first group. You can see this x and x is common in the first group. So take x outside of the bracket. So inside the bracket this is 3 into y, 3y plus 7. So these terms we got inside the bracket after taking x common in the first group. So now you can see here the important thing is here, while if there are minus sign between the terms, you can see here is also minus, here is also minus. If there is a minus sign here, then we have to take minus also common outside of the bracket. So it means you have to see all the time if we got minus here like this. Here you can see minus sign is here. Here can be plus also. But if there is a minus sign is here, then we have to take this minus also common. Means we have to take minus outside of the bracket. How? So first of all mark the common factors. Y is common here. So we have to take this minus also and this y also. So as I had taken this minus and this y outside of the bracket, so I got this 7 inside the bracket. So you can see again this minus I had taken here and also y. So I got this is 7 here. I had taken minus outside of the bracket in this case also. So you can see this minus I had taken outside. So here will become plus because I take this minus outside. So when I take this minus outside of the bracket, so here will be plus sign. So now you can see this 3 and this y is inside the bracket. Okay, your steps are correct or not, you can also verify this one. How? You can see this one also. Then you have to multiply this minus y inside the bracket here. Means you can also verify that this step, because of now minus is here, so maybe some students got confused with it. So you can also verify that your step is correct or not. How? You can multiply this minus with 7, so it will become minus y multiplied by 7. So then next step is plus minus is minus this y multiplied by 3y. So like this way you can multiply minus y with 7 and then plus minus is minus, so this y into 3y. So after solving it will become minus 7y and it will become minus 3y raised to power 2. So we got this one, minus 7y minus 3y raised to power 2. So by doing this you can also verify. So I hope this is clear to you. So as I told you that these two brackets should be same. Only in that case we can say that our steps are correct. So now you can see this is same because of here is 3y plus 7 and here is 7 plus 3y. So I already explained in the previous one that both things are same. Even we can also write this one as, so this is x into 3y plus 7, we can write this one as 3y plus 7. We can change the places of the terms also, and we cannot change the sign, so sign will remain as it is. This 3y is a positive sign 3y, and this 7 is a positive sign, so this plus 7. So now you can see this 3y plus 7 and this 3y plus 7 is common, so take this 3y plus 7 common, means outside of the bracket. So how many terms are left? This is common, so this is x is left, and minus this y is left. So this is the answer. So okay, let's start the fifth part. You can see how we can solve the fifth part. Okay, in this case also again we have to make the groups. So okay, this is the first group as we are solving in the previous sums. So in this first group we can take xy common, and also in the second group we can take y common. So how we can take the commons, you can see when I will solve. So see this one carefully again. So first of all, suppose this is our first group and this is our second group. So in the first group again we have to make the factors. So how you can make the factors of this? So x is raised to power 2, so write down x for 2 times x into y, minus again x into, so here y has power 2, so write down y for 2 times, and also then plus as it is. Okay, now in this case you can see we have to make the factors of this one. Here again this will become 5 into x into y, and minus 5 multiplied by, you can see y square means y into y. So I hope this is first step, it is clear to you. So okay, we have to solve this first group separately and then second group separately. Okay, now mark the common factors here. So this x and this y is common in the first group. So take this x and y outside of the bracket, as xy is common. So how many terms inside this? You can see this is x, minus sign as it is, and this is y. Okay, now here is only a plus sign, so write down plus as it is. Okay, now mark the common terms also. Here you can see this 5 and of course this x. So these two terms are common in the second group. So take 5y common. So how many terms are left? This is x, and this minus sign as it is, this is y. So in this way we can solve these two groups separately. So okay, now you can see in this case this bracket and this bracket is same, so it means our steps are correct, means we had selected the groups that are correct. Okay, now see this is x minus y and this x minus y is common, so write down this x minus y outside of the bracket, and you can see this is xy is left inside the bracket, and also this 5y. Okay, now see this is not the answer, still we have to do the further steps. Okay, now why this is not the answer? Because of when we were solving the previous sums, that time while we are getting the factors, when we reached to the factors, that time we got that those factors in which there is no any common term. You can see even in this case y is further common, so we have to do the further steps in this bracket also. How we can solve this x minus y as it is, and now you can see here you can write down as x multiplied by y, and also this 5 multiplied by y. So we have to make the factors also. So you can see here y is common, so further steps we have to apply in this bracket, because of still we are getting common factors in this bracket. So you can see y is common, so you can write down y outside of the bracket. Even here you can also write down y like this way. You can write y here and then x minus y as it is. Okay, now see inside the bracket this y had taken common, so here will be x plus, and this y is also taken common, so this is x plus y. So now we reached to the step where there is no any common factors inside the bracket. So in this sum you can see this y and this x minus y and this x plus y, means there are three factors of this algebraic expression. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay, now let me start the sixth sum. So you can see this sixth sum. So again we have to do the same steps, means we have to take we have to select the terms of first group and also of the second group. So we can see this is the first group and this is the second group, because still we got some common factors in each group. How you can see here, this is x cube plus 3x raised to power 2. So make the factors of the first group. X raised to power 3 is here, so write down x for 3 times, so like this way, plus this is 3 multiplied by x raised to power 2, so write down x for 2 times, and then plus 2 as it, then plus sign as it is, and then you can see this is 2x, so write down this 2 multiplied by x. Like this way we can make the factors. And also 6, how we can make the factors of 6? 3 into 2, 3 to the 6, so in this way we can make the factor of 6 also. So okay, now in the next step you can see this x and this x is common, so x into x is x square, So basically x square is common. We can take this x into x is x square outside of the bracket, and this x is inside the bracket, and plus this 3 is inside the bracket, and then plus sign as it is. So see that this 2 and this 2 is common. So take 2 is common, and then x plus 3 again inside the bracket. So you can see this x plus 3 and this x plus 3, both brackets are same. So it means we had selected the groups are correct, and the steps which we had applied here are also correct. If we are not getting these two terms same, then it means we have to change the groups again. We have to select some other terms into the first group and into the second group. But now in this case it is true. So you can see this x plus 3 and x plus 3 is common here. So take this x plus 3 outside of the bracket, and how many terms inside the bracket? You can see this is x square and this plus 2 as it is. Okay, now there is no any common term, means no need to solve this sum further. So this is the answer. This is x plus 3 and this x square plus 2 are the factors of this algebraic expression. So okay, now see the seventh sum. In this case again we have to see the, first of all we have to make the groups, and then we will do the further steps. So this is the first group, and again this is the second group. So how we can solve? Again we have to make the factors of this first group. How? This is 2 multiplied by a multiplied by x, then minus 3 into a into y, and then plus sign as it is. So make the factors of this terms also. This 4, how we can write this 4? 2 into 2 is 4, and also this multiplied by b multiplied by x. So minus sign as it is. How we can write down this 6? This is 3 into 2, 3 to the 6, and then b multiplied by y. So in this way we had made the factors of each group. So again we have to solve this first group. How? This is a is common here. You can see this a is common. Only no any other term is common here. So take this a common. So we got it. This is 2x inside the bracket because 2 multiplied by x is left, minus sign as it is. This 3 into y is left inside the bracket, and then plus sign as it is. Okay, now see here you can see this 2 and 2 is common. Even this b and b is also common. So write down this 2b here, and you can see inside the bracket it is 2x, then minus, and you can see this 2b is common. This is 3 into y. So okay, now see these two brackets are same. So we have to take these two brackets common in the next step. So take this 2x minus 3y common. So how many terms are left? Now you can see this is a, and then plus 2 into b. So no any other term is common in each bracket. So this is the final answer. So this is 2x minus 3y, and this a plus 2b are the factors of this algebraic expression. So okay, now I am going to solve its 8th part, but you have to see this sum carefully. Why? Because of this sum is different from the other sums which we had already solved. Why this sum is different you can see here. So this is the sum x square plus 6y minus xy minus 6x. So in this case here we cannot take these two terms into the first group. Why? Because I told you that when we are making the groups, that time there must be some common factors in each group. So in this case, let's see that if I will solve by taking these two terms in the same group, what will happen? So let me first of all solve by taking these two terms into the first group and these two terms into the second group. Although I explained you that we cannot take this term in these two terms into the first group. Okay, let's see what will happen if we are taking these two terms into the first group and these two terms into the second group. So now you can see the step is we have to make the factors like this, x into x plus, and how we can write this 6? This is 3 into 2 into y, and also this is minus x into y, and then minus 3 into 2 into x. So like this way we have made the factors of each term. So now you can see in this case no any term is common here, so we cannot mark any common term here. So it means, as I had explained you while making the groups, there must be some common term exists that we can take outside of the bracket. So it means we have to change the method again, means we have to change the groups again. We have to change the places of the terms, and then we have to make the groups. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay, now see that how we can make the groups. So write down this x square, this is first term, and now you cannot write this second term because I had already explained the reason. So write down this minus xy, means the third term, and also then this minus 6x here and then plus 6y. So like this way, by changing the places of the terms, we can make the groups. But in this case, you must see the one thing, that is, while changing the places of the terms, we cannot change the signs of the terms. Means x square as it is, we have to take this, minus xy we have to take as it is, then this minus 6x, and then plus 6y we have to take as it is. So I hope this is clear to you. So now the next step, we have to follow the same steps again. We have to make the factor of this first group. How we can write this, x into x and then into x multiplied by y, minus this is 3 into 2, 3 to the 6 into x, and then plus 3 into 2, 3 to the 6 into y. So in this way we can solve. So now take the common factors here. X is common, so x is common in both cases, so take x common outside. So now you can see this is x minus y. So in this case now, so see this one minus sign also, you can see this is 3 into 6. 3 into 6 is common here, so write down this minus here. So see this one minus I am taking here, 3 to the 6, and other term is not common here. So as I had already taken minus outside and 3 to the 6 is already here, so there will be only a x is left inside the bracket. And I had already explained you, when I am taking write down minus outside of the bracket, then I have to change the sign of this term also. Here is plus, so you have to write down minus. So see this one carefully. In the cases of minus, when we are taking minus common outside of the bracket, then we must change the sign of the last terms, because here minus I had already taken common, 3 to the 6, minus is taken common and x is left here, so write down x here, and then you have to change the sign. Here is plus, so it will become minus. Again 3 to the 6 is common, so write down this y here. So now you can see this x minus y and this x minus y, both brackets are same, so take this x minus y also common in the next step, and you can see now this is x and minus 6. So this is the two factors of this algebraic expression, so it is the answer. So in this way, by changing the places of the terms, we can make the groups, and then we can follow the same steps to solve the sum. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay, now see its ninth sum. It is also very simple, but little bit statement is different from the other sums. So first of all, you can see it is 2x square minus x into 4a minus 2b minus 4ab. So how we can solve? First of all, we have to multiply this x with the bracket, and then we will make the groups. So write down this 2x square here, and then minus 4 into 4a multiplied by x will become 4ax. So like this, 4a multiplied by x become 4ax, then minus minus is plus, and then multiply this term is also, this will become 2b into x, as 2b multiplied by x will become 2bx, and this minus 4ab as it is. So okay, this is the first step, and now you can follow the same steps again. You have to make the groups. Okay, this is the first group and this is the second group. So again you have to make the factors. So how we can make factor? This is 2 into x multiplied by x, minus how we can make the factors of this 4, 2 into 2 into a into x, then plus sign as it is, then 2 multiplied by b multiplied by x, and then minus 4 is here, so 2 to the 4 into a into so b. So I hope we had made the factors, it is clear to you. So now you can see in this case 2 and 2 is here, and then this x and this x is common here. So write down this 2x common, like this way 2x is common, so x is left, and then minus as it is, 2x I had taken common, so here is 2 into a. So I hope this is clear to you, and then plus sign as it is, and now you can see this is 2 and this b and b is common here. So in this case 2b is common, so you can see 2b is common. So how many terms are left inside? This is x minus 2b is common, so 2a is inside the bracket. So now you can see here, this is x minus 2a and x minus 2a, both are same. So write down common 2a, x minus 2a outside of the bracket. So we got this is 2x, and then plus sign as it is, this is 2b. So again this is not the answer, because you can see here in this bracket 2 is still common. So we have to do the further steps again. So x minus 2a as it is. So how we can make the factors of this? 2 multiplied by x into 2 multiplied by b. So like this way we can make the factors of this bracket. So now you can see this 2 and 2 is common. So we can take 2 common. We can write 2 here, and then this x minus 2a. And now you can see 2 is taken common here, so here is x, then plus 2 is taken common, so here is b. So this is the answer. So these are the factors of this algebraic expression. Only the basic difference of this sum is here little bit statement is changed. Here we have to multiply this x with the bracket and then we have to follow the same steps to solve the sum. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay, let's see its 10th part. It is also same to the previous case, means it is very similar to the previous sum, 9 sum. So in this case you can see here it is also x square plus x into this bracket is here 5 plus y, then plus 5y. Again write down this x square as it is, then now we have to multiply this x with the bracket, so 5 into x will become 5x plus x into y will become x into y, and this 5y as it is. So now you can see x square is here, so make the factors of x square, x into x plus 5 into x, then plus x multiplied by y, then 5 multiplied by y. So like this way I had made the factors of each group. So mark the common factors in the first group. X is common here, so take x outside. So here is x plus 5 is left inside the bracket, then plus as it is this y is common, and here you can see x plus 5 is left inside the bracket. So now you can see x plus 5 and x plus 5 is common here, so write down this x plus 5 outside of the bracket, so here is x plus y. So these are the factors of this algebraic expression. So I hope this is clear to you. So dear students, I had solved its first 10 parts of this 14.2 exercise. There are 17 sum in your exercise. So the next 7 sum I will solve in my next video. Till then you have to solve these first 10 parts and do the practice of these 10 parts of this exercise. So still you have any confusion, then you can call me also. So you have my contact number also. So till then learn the mathematics and do the practice. Thank you.